Hello there, welcome and thank you for watching and joining me today. So my name is Danielle Eliana and I am the founder of Acceleration Dance and Fitness in Omaha, Nebraska. So you are here to find out a little bit more about making a part-time or a full-time career out of such things as being a fitness professional, a dance instructor, yoga instructor, or personal trainer. So sort of these physical disciplines. First off, I definitely love your enthusiasm. We need more people that help other people to adopt healthy habits and to have fun and have good recreational activities. So this is an awesome thing. So I'm going to share with you a few of my thoughts as a part-time dance and fitness instructor. I chose part-time for various reasons, which we'll get into in a moment, though I work a corporate wellness job, and so my job is actually related as well to my side hustle. So we'll talk about if you have an interest in making a part-time or full-time income in different physical activities, what that could look like for you, and maybe some good questions to ask yourself. And please remember, as we go through these are my personal thoughts, my experiences. They may be different for you or for other people. So please use your best judgment as you move forward into your chasing your dreams, right? So quick thing, I'm going to be sharing with you this fun flow chart that is based around questions you should ask yourself if you would like to make a full-time or part-time income as a personal trainer. However, I think it's very applicable to a dance, yoga, or fitness instructor as well. So I pulled this document from a site called the sortahealthytrainer.com. I found it during my corporate wellness day job and found it really useful. So I hope you enjoy it too. Definitely leave some comments. Let me know your thoughts either way, whether you agree or disagree with me. And let me know too, I can send a link down below to their site, to the Sorta Healthy Trainer, so that you can check out some of their amazing personal training documents as well. They have a really great site. So let's go right into, I'm going to share right now this document I've been talking about. Here we go. All right, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger for us, but you can take a quick peek here at our personal training career flow chart. So we are going to do, there we go. All right. So these are fun questions that you could ask yourself if you would like to make your passion for movement a full-time income. So the first one they have here, and if you answer no to any of these questions, then you probably could reconsider if you want to make this your sole source of income. So the first one, are you passionate about exercise, fitness, and nutrition? Yes, of course. And again, this could be dance, it could be yoga. I will interject that you have to be very, very passionate, in my opinion, about your chosen field, because you will be spending a great deal of time and will not always get a lot of acclaim, applause, or money around your work. So it really does help to be very passionate and to really on an intrinsic level be motivated by your discipline of choice. Do you enjoy helping other people overcome challenges? So it is very important to realize that if you are interested in teaching dance, fitness, yoga, personal training, all of these are what we consider helping professions. So your primary role, your primary job is to help other people succeed and achieve their goals. So their goals might just be having a great class, having a lot of fun, making friends. But as the facilitator of that, it's your job to create that environment that promotes all of these wonderful attributes. So do understand that typically when you go into dance, fitness, yoga, fitness disciplines, that your job is going to be to make other people happy, to make them shine, to make them grow, versus necessarily it being about yourself. Are you willing to go outside of your comfort zone often? This is definitely true as fitness professionals, and the same applies again for all these other disciplines I've mentioned. You are going to need to have continuous study. You're going to need to have continuous training. In the fitness and yoga world, you do actually physically have to obtain CECs, continuing ed credits. So you are going to be spending money and making an effort to constantly grow and go out of your comfort zone. So even if, like, for example, again, with this spreadsheet, you're a personal trainer, there are so many offshoots of that, and you will be strongly encouraged to stay cutting edge and comprehensive in your field of study, to constantly continue to study. So in a personal training type of example, you might get into more adaptive fitness, or you might get into more special population studies. So know that when you start teaching, that it will still be a constant process of growth for you and learning. You will never stop learning. You will always need to continue on with your studies. So the fourth one they have here, are you willing to sell yourself and your skills? And I feel like this one is a huge one, and is a huge barrier for a lot of, especially folks in the arts, but also in fitness. Not only do you have to have skills, and not only like physical skills, like I'm a great dancer or I'm a really fit yogi, but you have to have those soft skills, really good people skills, and you have to know how to sell these. So you have to have an elevator pitch at the ready, so that if someone says, oh, what do you do? Can you, in under 2 minutes, give someone the whole scope and make it sound really appealing. And something I'm just going to interject in there, as a small business owner and as someone, as I mentioned, who works part-time as a dance and fitness instructor, do expect, even for part-time work, to spend about 20 hours a week on marketing and promotion. So that could be, creating video content, that could be website updates, that could be networking, reaching out to different facilities. You have to constantly try to grow your business. So that's a constant process. And I know for a lot of artistic types, that one is a big barrier, is how much time are you willing to devote to this with no initial money typically coming in first. It usually takes several years to start seeing kind of a breaking even kind of thing. So think about that. Are you okay with working strange hours? Yes. One of the things that's the hardest for a lot of people in these disciplines to get over is that you're typically catering to the 9-to-5 work crowd. So your hours need to be around that. So you're going to work a lot of nights, you're going to work a lot of weekends. So that's just something that you need to be okay with. You have to go when the work is. So for example, if you're teaching a class and it's really doing great and you've got a big group of people, which is so exciting, you have to snowball off of that and teach more classes right away. You can't really let it slide. So it's kind of a feast or famine type of scenario. So there will be times where you're going to be working 80 hours a week, and then other times where you'll be working 10 hours a week. So you have to really go where the money is, because there could be long breaks in between where you won't get paid. And especially if this is your full-time income, you have to have that backup to survive off of until your next class or program takes off. And then that goes right into, are you okay with not having much time off? That is also very, very true. Even if you are a successful instructor and you take, holiday breaks or things like that, a lot of dance studios, yoga studios do that. A lot of times when you are on your break, you need to be working on the next class, on the next lesson plan, on marketing for the next series. You always need to be 2 or 3 series ahead of whatever you're currently working on. So it does really take a sharp mind that can think ahead. Some of the best instructors I have known, and again, I'm going to use an example of a dance instructor that I know. She is so great and comprehensive because she plans out the entire year in advance and even has a 5-year goal. So a lot of times it's not just about staying one lesson ahead of your student. You have to really think about the more long-term picture there. And with dance, because it's cumulative and you learn a lot of choreos, it may be a little different than personal training or things like that. But even so, with that, you work really, really one-on-one, and you have to kind of set some SMART goals, specific, measurable, time-bound, all of these different elements to help your client succeed. So, not trying to scare you, but just these are some things to think about. All right, so this is our last second page. This one hits a little home for me, it really does. So the one at the top about, are you okay with people not respecting what you do for a living? As a person who has danced her entire life, and it was real cute when I started as a kid, but from puberty onwards, it was really not looked upon favorably as a legitimate, wholesome activity. Do understand that as a small business person, people sometimes, they won't all be disrespectful, but sometimes they'll just think it's a fun hobby and they won't realize that it's something you work really, really hard at and that you're trying to make a living. So you do have to be okay with a lot of times people thinking it's a bit of a lark, that if you don't have regular hours, or you don't get a regular paycheck, or you don't have a higher up or corporation to report to, that your job isn't really real. So do know that you need to be strongly internally motivated, intrinsically motivated, and just kind of let the folks who don't get it, let them just, go off on their way. So some of these other things we've talked about, are you okay with fluctuating pay? That is definitely a reality. It is very, very hard to generate a sustainable, full-time, regular income. And then that kind of piggybacks into the next one here. Are you okay with not having good work benefits? If you want to have any kind of retirement, if you want to have any kind of disability, any types of benefits at all, 401k, you are going to have to save that yourself. You're not going to have the benefit that you do of a lot of businesses where your employer will contribute to your benefits or retirement. And then the last one, to make a good living, are you willing to work 60 plus hours a week? So yeah, guys, I hate to throw that out there. Do know everything is not all doom and gloom here, but people who do make a living full time doing a lot of these health-based, fitness-based disciplines, they do work a ton of hours. They pretty much have to work all the time. Something that a lot of them do to pick up the slack is they work multiple jobs, or they try to include revenue through multiple sources for the same thing. And what I mean by that is, let's say you're a personal training company. Maybe you have online classes and that's its own income stream. Maybe you have on-demand paid classes, that's an income stream. Maybe you have in-person classes. Maybe you sell supplements or other products. So it's just something to think about, that most of the time, just by teaching the classes themselves, you're not going to make anywhere near a full-time income. So you have to really get creative and be okay with creating multiple income streams at once. Also, I'm just going to throw this out there. In this day and age, I believe you have to be extremely computer savvy to run your own business. I just think there's no way around it. People skills, that one-on-one skills, are still critically important, absolutely. But I think personally, to make that full-time income, you really are gonna need to be able to get yourself out there, market yourself. I've taken several marketing classes that suggest you should be posting on several social media platforms multiple times a week, if not multiple times a day. So how'd you do? If any of these raised some red flags or had some said no to you, then maybe, like me, you want to keep your passion as a part-time career. So as I mentioned, and I know I told you I would talk a little bit about full-time versus part-time. I wanted to keep dance and fitness at the forefront of my career and my life, and I feel like I have done that. But I also grew very tired of the hustle, and I still do sometimes, just having to work, so many hours as you know, to just barely break even. Also because it, again, being a dance, yoga, or fitness instructor is a helping discipline. It takes a certain type of personality, and there is a lot of emotional labor involved. So if you don't like people, or if you don't like dealing with angry people or upset people or people that are just kind of a time drain, it could wear on you over time. So those were some of my reasons to go to part-time. I also would like to retire someday. I wanted to have benefits such as medical, dental, things. So that was kind of the decision for me. But of course, I'd love to hear from you. There are some people out there who maybe their experience has been different. So I'd love to hear from you if you've run a successful part-time or full-time dance, fitness, yoga type business, and it's done well for you. Let me know how you did it, because I think that is so exciting. I am inspired when I see people thinking of something new. Do be kind and respectful to your local small business owners. They work so hard at what they do. I hope you found this video interesting and gave you a little food for thoughts. I appreciate, again, you watching, and I will see you next time. All right, take care. Bye-bye.